every time that bird crashes into the hot 6 can without fail.
Well, he doesn't really see where he's going. When you're on fire, it's hard to see.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I hope there's water in here.
Just hot 6.
Trust against Stork here, PvP. We just had a really short ZVZ back there. Sue is just too good. The winner of this series here is going to go on against DRG. Now, Trust is definitely the underdog. Nobody can deny that compared to the other 3 players in this group. But he didn't look bad in his match against DRG. It looked like there were some hiccups in his play, but he seemed to have a very good idea of what he was supposed to be doing. Maybe things will go a little bit better here in this game against Stork. Do keep in mind, though, PvP can be very unforgiving, especially in the early game. So Trust is going to have solid play in the first, 5-10 minutes of this, especially against a player with the experience of Stork. So let's see how he does in this game now. In the upper left in the red, he is
CJ&2's Trust.
Interested to see what he will have planned out here.
And in the bottom right,
Samsung Galaxy Khan Stork.
long-term Brood War player. You know what I'm thinking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. You first.
When I was thinking of
no, me.
Okay, no, please. No,
You.
Do I have the conch?
You.
Do I have the conch? Okay, I wanted to say here, take the conch. You have the conch now. I was going back to the old school Brood War players since we got Stork here, and I was thinking of the player Null Ra.
Yeah.
And how I thought his name was so cool because, and it turns out I did not have this correct for why his name was that, but I thought he was named Ra because the Protoss Nexus looks like a pyramid, and Ra.
Yeah.
Ra was the Egyptian sun god, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I finally met Null Ra back when I was playing and casting Brood War, I told him that I really like his name because of that. And he goes, "Oh my God, I had no idea about that. Ra doesn't mean anything."
Well, what it is Nal was the clan he joined.
Yeah.
And when you add Ra to that, it means flying.
That's right. But yeah, he was saying Ra independently.
Yeah.
Didn't mean anything.
No,
I'm like,
it doesn't.
oh, really?
Yeah.
And he's like, I should really just start telling people what you said.
Yeah, it's much more interesting than just making a word out of a clan tag and whatnot.
Okay, so their builds are all synced up right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Looks like we may have some sort of proxy shenanigans going on. I thought about this a lot, about what Stork should be doing here as a player that's better. My opinion is he should go Blink all 3 games. I don't think Yeah, like someone like Zest, I would say go for a 11-gate Phoenix every game, but I think with Stork, if you open with Blink and you just get your robot at a reasonable time, you're basically safe against everything, and you get to play a longer
the way
game.
you're thinking with that.
Yeah, and I think that Stork, over a long game, will just outplay Trust.
Well, Trust is up to something, Artosis.
Well, I'll believe you.
Here's the pylon down here at the bottom.
And a proxy Stargate.
Okay.
No big surprise there, but the thing is, like, Stork has scouted a lot, and there's only 1 pylon in there, so he knows something is proxied.
Can't say I'm too surprised that Trust is going for this.
He actually goes for the Twilight, so he's kind of on key with what I was saying, and he's looking for that proxy as well. If he goes all the way over there,
vision range, right? Yeah, that'll go by that for sure.
Yeah, he actually is going exactly far enough. All right, that's a big advantage.
That sucks.
Yeah, this is where you send the pro back and make another pylon.
Is he going to send it back? It looks like he has one coming down there now.
He's got it if he wants the Oracle to finish. He's got to use Chrono Boost nonstop too. Stalker coming down, and actually, Stalker looks like it's. This is kind of interesting. I guess he wants to send the Stalker home to make sure he has enough Stalkers to stop the Oracle. Wouldn't that be funny? There's only 1 Stalker there. And the Oracle pops in and just kills everything.
Oh my God, this is not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he did send that Stalker home. So Stork was a little bit unsure about how quickly that happens.
I feel like I'm watching the movie Home Alone right now. And Trust is those burglars. I mean, I don't think we're at the part where the bucket of paint hits the guy in the face, but this is a Home Alone moment.
Yeah.
Trust burglary went terribly wrong.
It did. But he's going to have an Oracle out, and at least he has a unit out, right?
Stork is Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 4.
4.
I think there were 3 Home Alones.
I have no idea. I can't even imagine how bad they all were after the first one.
Number 2, they're in New York.
So that's how they mix it up.
Yeah, that's how they mix it up.
In New York.
Number 3, I believe they were in. They were not in theaters.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets the pylon.
Home Alone, New York. Burglar walks in. The kid throws paint at him. He shoots the kid. He leaves with the TV. All the jewelry.
Welcome to New York. Well, the robotics facility is about to finish. Really, I got to say that Trust, this is about as depressing of a PvP for Trust starting out here as...
I do want to say, like, he's going to have a Nexus cannon here, and he's going to have Immortals, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, where's his Nexus cannon on that natural?
Oh, my God! 2 health.
Wow. But
whoa.
Look, he's not even trying to save this Nexus, and that bothers me a little bit. It's not the biggest deal because he actually knows his opponent doesn't have a Nexus, so to lose his Nexus, definitely not going to be a game ender, but I thought he should...
Oh, my God, he's going to get this final... Okay, this is very... very one-sided. This is very not a Code S player versus a Code S player, it feels like. But this is where experience trumps everything. And I think, frankly, Trust panicked a little bit. He kind of got off to a bad build there. It was very clear that to Stork that there's only 1 pylon inside Trust base. So obviously he's going to check the corners of his own turf and see, okay, like, is there anything suspicious going on here? He sees it, and then from here, man, I mean, this is...
You know, he should have built...
winning so hard.
Yeah, he really should have built the Proxy Stargate actually above the natural, because that's the dangerous place to send the Mothership Core. The Mothership Core should always go to the left.
Oh, you know what? That's a really good point.
That actually would have helped a lot, because Stork could have very well been out of position. If you only have 1 Stalker when the Oracle comes in your base, you lose.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, kind of gambled on the wrong side, but... I find it, like, I actually have a lot of respect for Trust for not putting the Nexus Cannon on that natural Nexus, because Stork could have, like, pushed the subject and killed the Nexus anyways.
Oh, hold on. We have a few more kills here.
Oh, wow. Not too bad. Yeah, that was actually quite nice. I like the tag at the end to watch everything, but...
So it's actually 29 probes for Trust and 24 for Stork.
He's lost 4 pylons in a Nexus so far. It's a big amount.
Yeah.
It's a lot of buildings.
That's a lot of minerals.
Yeah. All right, so Stork's Nexus is about to finish. We don't really see anything here yet from... Yeah, okay, he is going to run away. We don't really see anything here yet from Trust, like no real plan for getting down the ramp. Like, Stork could have stayed longer, but he's like, well, something is going to happen. I got to just go home.
If nothing happens for a little bit, then Stork wins anyways, so he might as well just get back here and play it safe.
If your Nexus finishes and they haven't started theirs yet, go home. Go home, because you are so far ahead that they literally have to catch your army to kill you. Because if you just make units and you have an observer, you're basically fine. And that's what he's doing here, so very, very smart. Now, Trust has to come back. What does he do to come back?
You know, it's so tough. The Immortal count is in Trust's favor, but I feel like with Blink Stalkers and the boost in the income, and notice how Stork is going to counter here with the Stalkers of his own.
Oh, man.
Because he knows 4 Stalkers can get in there and do so much damage. It's really scary. Oh, my God, he's going to go for the Mothership Core, but look, he blinks away again. And here's the thing, guys. Trust, in Stork's eyes, he doesn't care if Trust is in the middle of the map all day, as long as he's not attacking Stork while Stork's getting more and more ahead in this expansion. Yeah,
you're so right. And, like, that was a beautiful move with those 4 Stalkers, because 4 Stalkers one-shot probes.
Yep.
He killed some units. He made him turn around. He made him use a Guardian Shield. Got out of there fine, and now he's going back. So it's like this attack from Trust is basically all in based upon those Stalkers doing a lot of damage back at his home.
Nexus Cannon's activated. This is even more time that Stork can get ahead. Oh, he's going for the Mothership Core. What? Ooh. Okay, didn't get it. That was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, he actually prefers to keep the Stalkers alive, which actually makes sense because there's so many probes down here that he can just pick right off. Right now, a huge advantage for Stork. Really, he's just already got the game.
Really, really impressive by Stork here. And here's where Stork has that boost. He's going to come up here now. We see a few force fields used to try to control Stork and keep him back. And Trust is going to have to back up here. really, I mean, Stork is
he has more
has
of
almost
everything.
10. Yeah, he's ahead in every possible way now.
Yeah.
This is why in mirror matchups it gets very scary if your opponent's on an extra base for a little bit longer, because he should basically have more units, more of the same units as you.
Yeah. Okay, Trust does actually defend this kind of okay, but ooh, he really needs those force fields to keep those Immortals out.
Okay, this is going to be it because all the Immortals are gone. There's now 4 Immortals for Stork.
Well, you know what? If he can defend at home, he has another Oracle flying towards the main base of Stork, and his Mothership Core should be either out of energy or out of the way. So this actually could turn the game around if he can hold this attack.
Okay, the attack. Actually, Stork backing up now. Okay, well, this is going to be held, it looks like. And I think he's...
But do you know what?
That
didn't catch him up.
No.
And he still doesn't have the 4 Immortals. But you know what? He killed a lot of probes, so that's good.
Well, let's see if Stork actually decides to attack. Now, remember, that Mothership Core was not shot down earlier. So he can just activate this. Now, he can still possibly attack in a little bit later. Although, judging from the fact that there's a Colossus tech coming up here, I'm actually going to have to retract that statement. I think he's just going to go back and get more ahead now.
Yeah, it makes sense. If he can stomp force fields, there's not a whole lot left stopping him when you already have more mortals and both you are very stalker based. That's just like, because force fields are the spell that is keeping everything alive at the moment. But you know what? This Trust is doing a great job by having made these extra oracles, things that he didn't expect the second oracle and he didn't expect the third oracle, and both of them got a good amount of kills.
+1 starting now. The only thing that it looks like Trust has been able to kind of keep up with here are the upgrades. But let's see now. You know, Trust has got his expansion up, and he's made it last for a little while. I think the Immortal count's what was really saying everything here for Stork. 5 Immortals out.
You know, I think that this
Colossus.
Okay, he is getting Thermalite. So I was going to wonder if he was going to move out with 1 Colossus. Because actually, in this situation, if he still had some more sentries, like if he was at 4 sentries right now, a 1 Colossus move out would just kill him. Because he could control the whole field. Like,
yeah,
he'd have enough force fields, and yeah, he'd have the Stomper, and everything would be fine. But as is, he is going to tech up to some more Colossi, whereas his opponent here, Trust, is going to go for Immortal Archon. Well, he has Stalkers right now, but we should be seeing him get into Charged and Zealots eventually here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Otherwise, he's just you know, in a losing race. Pretty difficult to catch up from your opponent when you're going for the same thing and your opponent already has a lead in every way.
Yeah, and in fact, Stork is just adding gates. He's going to hit a 2-base timing. He's going to just...
This is the 3rd Oracle that's been made.
Yeah, and you know what? It's done a good job. And I do have to say, Trust, there's some really cool things about what Trust is doing here. Ooh.
Okay, wait.
I don't know. Like, this is like really late Colossus. He is going double Colossus tech, but there's no way that'll be out. Like, just based off the fact that Stork doesn't have a 3rd yet, it's obvious that he's going to attack, so you can't go double Robo Colossus against a 2-base build. You can only do that against Colossus when you both start Colossus at the same time.
Okay, Stork is heading out now. Going to bring his Mothership Core here. Time Warp is going to be so important because if he can get a good Time Warp up, you know, the Stalkers can't run away from the Thermal Lance or the Mortal Shots. Yeah, but this Oracle is still a nuisance.
Good job once again. Doesn't do a whole lot there, but doing anything at all is good.
This is again showing us that actually Trust is very good at stabilizing.
He's actually a very good player.
Yeah, he has rough beginnings. Like, we see a lot of stuff go wrong.
Yeah.
It's almost a little bit comical, some of the stuff that's gone wrong at the start of his games. You're like, oh, that's one of the worst things that could possibly happen. But he pulls it together. He's definitely holding his own here.
And all that. Yeah, it's too bad, though, he doesn't have any charge. That's rough. He has 13 Zealots, but no charge upgrade because he was getting too greedy and going into double Robo Colossus. Oh, man, here we go. That's a good Time Warp that does go down, but 2 fantastic Time Warps by Stork here.
And this is making the Zealots mincemeat here. You can see the supplies now plummeting for Trust. The blinks have been very good. Notice how he's leaving that 1 Colossus over there in the front, actually. Again, the Immortal count is too high now for Stork. And this was a nicely played game here by Stork. He responded perfectly to everything. Kept the lead. Even though Trust played very well, it wasn't enough. GG. Stork is up 1-0 right now against Trust.
Yeah, you're You're very right about that. Stork just countered everything extremely well.
Yeah.
His game was completely solid the whole way, whereas Trust, he got a little bit, I don't want to call it unlucky. It was kind of obvious that there was proxy tech. Stork knew it. He found it. That went very poorly for Trust, but you know what? He snuck a probe over, got some more oracles, did some damage with it. I liked how he played overall, except for the fact that he tried to go double Robo Colossus at the end. I feel like if you're going to get your Temple Archives that quickly, that's to stomp force fields, obviously, so you need to go charge with that. Because you're going to have so much mineral buildup that what are you going to do? He had 13 slow zealots under time warp against 2 Colossus, and that is going to be a losing proposition every single time.
Trust gets to pick the next map, and let's see what that map is going to be. Catalina.
All right. Definitely a map you can hide tech on very easily.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of different areas here.
I wonder if Trust will do that, though, this time after that last game. I mean, it's kind of sad, but I mean, that was a pretty bad start for Trust. I mean, when you hide a pylon, you better make sure they are not in your base looking for and counting your pylons in your main, or it's not even hidden at all. There's only so many locations you can hide that thing, and only so many things you can be doing with it.
It's very true. Well,
and that game's actually already loaded up. So get ready for game number 2 here. Trust and Stork on the map Catalina. The winner goes on to face off against DRG.